Hello audience, it's back, it's finished, and we're going to start putting it back together. Before installing the doors, I'm running a tap through all the threaded holes on the hinge and on the door to make installation easier. So if you're not familiar with these, the hinges have two mounting points. They're bolted to the body and bolted to the door, and the holes are all elongated. So both of them have an adjustment to move the door up or down. The mounting point to the body, you can adjust the door to move forward or back or lean up or down. The point where it bolts to the door, you can adjust how far you want the door out or in. So it takes quite a long time fussing with this stuff. You loosen up one bit, move it a little bit, try it again, and just keep doing that until the doors fit. Yeah, it's looking pretty decent right now. Now obviously, because this car has 4 doors, there's a lot more adjusting and fussing than if it had 2 doors. But that's not really a problem. The huge benefit with this car is the panels are small and light. If you have to align the panels on a full-size car from this time, even if it only has 2 doors, it's a real headache. It's something you do not want to do alone. I chose to install the doors before assembling them because they're a lot lighter, which makes them easier to move around. However, after I put the glass and all that stuff in, it's probably going to change the alignment because there's going to be more weight on the hinges, but right now I'm not fine-tuning it too much. I just want them to open and close for now. I'll worry about the proper alignment later after I get the side moldings on. So now we're going to start putting the doors back together, particularly the glass and the channels. This is one channel out of, I think, one of the front doors, and the felt inside of it is just rotted away to nothing. Originally it had like a rubber felt coating vulcanized onto it, which is just going away, and the glass is really loose and it rattles like crazy. I don't know if these are available new or not, but I wouldn't buy them if they were new because they'd probably be too much. So to keep the budget low, I'm going to recondition these. What exactly I'm going to do is chip away the dry rotted rubber felt that's on it, get it down to the metal, and then put new universal trim inside of this. And that's done. I got it down to the bare skeleton. I'd like to point out that these are extremely delicate. This stainless steel trim on the edge, it's really easy to beat it up, and if it detaches from this, it's really difficult to reattach. Now I got this stuff, which is universal window run channel. I got this from Amazon. I don't remember what size it is, but I'll have to go back and look it up because I don't think I ordered enough. It's pretty dirty because it's been sitting around a while, but now we're going to just install this in the old channel. And now the front channel, which is also attached to the vent pane. This channel is a different size, it's narrower, so I can't use the same felt that I was using. What I am going to use is some of this. This is some mohair cloth I have laying around from an interior I did years ago. It's kind of like felt. It'll work. I don't really recommend using this because it was a lot more expensive than window channel felt, and the supplier I bought it from is no longer in business. However, for my purposes, I think it'll work. And I'm just going to glue it on with this. This is Permatex Heavy Duty Automotive Headliner Adhesive. I've tried a lot of spray glues before, and this stuff seems to work the best, for me anyway. So, let's see what I can do here. Now installing the window regulators, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with the old ones. They work perfectly, so I just put a little grease on the contact surfaces and I'll put them back in. Now with the channels and all that all new, it's going to take a while for them to wear in, for the window to slide up and down real easy, but for now, it's not impossible. So one thing that really helps is spraying this on it. This is WD-40 Specialist Silicone Quick Drying. I got this at the local auto parts store. I've tried other kinds of lubricant, and this seems to work the best on windows. However, I should mention that on project cars like this, you really want to be careful spraying stuff like this, because if it gets on a surface that's about to be painted, it'll just ruin the paint job. You can't paint over oil or silicone or anything like that, so... And if there's any primer nearby that this gets on, it's really difficult, if not impossible, to remove. So, you really want to be careful using this stuff. But it's very effective for window channels, though. I know what you're wondering. Why am I throwing these battered old original taillights back on this thing? Well, there's just no time or budget to restore these, get better ones, or buy new ones. So this is just to make it street legal so I can drive it. Now, this is the worst of the two, and I thought to myself, you know, I'll bet if I remove the bezel and just put it on without, it'll look better. So I took it off, and the lens is broken. And it arguably looks even worse. So I'm not sure which way is better, but I'm putting it on this way anyway. And I'm putting it on with the damaged part on the outside edge here, where it's the most visible, because what difference does it really make? Well, that's as far as we can go for now. Now, the person who painted this, they also want to sand and polish all of the panels, and until that gets done, I can't put the door handles or any of the trim on. And he is really busy right now, so it's probably going to take a few months before that can happen. In the meantime, it's just going to have to sit like this, which I'm not really complaining, because look at it. This is a big step forward from where it was, a really big part of the restoration. And I wasn't too sure about the color at first, but I'm fine with it now. I think it looks great. So I'm sure you're all wondering, what are my plans from now on? What's the future for this thing? And if you're not wondering, I'm going to tell you anyway. So we now have it painted. That was a big step. This car was just sitting here waiting for that to happen. Now, the next big thing is the interior and the inside paint. Now at some point, I'm not sure when, but I have to remove the windshield, the rear window, then paint the interior parts, install a new headliner, which I am not looking forward to, but gotta do it, no point complaining about it, and make some kind of authentic looking interior for it, hopefully for a low budget. Eventually I'll have to remove the engine and transmission and paint the engine bay, because that really looks bad right now compared to the new paint. There is absolutely no room back here. This is actually a lot more comfortable. So the inside of the trunk, still pretty nice, but as I figured, doesn't match perfectly, so probably have to paint that eventually. What else is there? Then there's the trim. A lot of the moldings on the outside are good, reusable, so for the time being I'm just going to clean them up and throw them on when it's time. A few of them are in pretty bad shape. I'll find replacements eventually. The bumpers are really rough. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with those. Either find better originals or get those straightened and replated. Don't have the time or the budget to do that right now, so in the meantime, it's just all going to go back together. So hopefully, I'm hoping to get all that done probably by summer of next year, but you know how it is. Plans are subject to change without notice. Now, how do I get out of here? So, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. I'll see you in the next video.